So what made you decide to retire?
Well, I had 25 years in the military, and I decided I wanted to think about doing something else. Part of it was I used to listen to people tell me, you just order people to do things and they do it. And I said, that's just a lot of baloney. So I wanted to go and see, cut my, if you would, teeth on trying something in the civilian world. So I sent a bunch of resumes out, and I eventually was hired to go down to Texas. And the fellow that hired me was a retired Navy aviator who, by the way, as an aside, was assigned to the first squadron, I think it's called, that flew jets off of aircraft carriers. A guy by the name of Felix Jablonski, who was a wonderful man. But if you wanted to know what time it was, he'd tell you how to build a watch. But he hired me, and our job there was to figure out how to use, from LTV's computer resources, how to use these in civilian application. And one of the things we did was we developed for Dallas X's and O's that they used to do on the chalkboard on the computer screen. And this became a way that apparently the Dallas Cowboys would teach the guys how to react to whatever plays it was. So that was using some of this fancy technology that LTV had to build something that was applicable in civilian life. Well, Ling of LTV, Ling Timko Vaught, suddenly got challenged because he was creating a huge empire, and the antitrust people got after him. And all of a sudden, our organization, the part that I was in, went from 30 people to 4, and I was one of the 4. And I don't know, to this day, I still don't know why they kept me, because I'd just been there less than a year. But the guy who tried to hire me into computer sciences previously offered me a job with computer sciences. I mean, even though I had a job, I knew that this place was not a place I long-term going to be. So I went to work for computer sciences, and I spent 15 years there, and ended up retiring from there. As one of the presidents of one of their divisions. And one of the things that my bosses used to say, I was one of the few leaders they had. We had a lot of managers, but I was leading a group, and we became very successful, much more so than I ever imagined we could be. It was primarily in sales and marketing. And I had a boss that said, who was from IBM, and strict IBM suit kind of guy. You know, you've heard all the stories about. And he said, if I were to go back to my comrades at IBM and tell them that I just hired the former Army colonel to be head of sales, they'd all think I was goddamn crazy. And so, anyway, I had a great career at computer sciences, and as I said, I retired from there, and I'm not a typist. When I was going to high school, if you took typing, you weren't going to college. It was back. So this thing called voicemail appeared to me. And I thought, "Ugh." So another fellow and I started a company in the voicemail business in 1984. And it was pretty successful. And we sold it in 1998. And I've stopped working since then.
Well, that is awesome.